Hi guys, Hellrain82 here, and today we are in the greatly anticipated Mirage M-2000c from Razbam. Came out on Christmas Day. I've picked it up yesterday and I've spent a couple of hours with it so far, and I just thought I'd do a quick video for startup, takeoff, and we'd have a play with it in some within visual range fighting. Beautifully modelled. I'm loving the cockpit, it looks fantastic. I think the outside of the plane is also well modelled. Some of the systems are not completed yet. It is a beta, so forgive them for that, but yeah, some of the things need tweaking still. I don't think the ILS or the navigation stuff works fully yet. Not too sure about the radios, and the air-to-air missiles have got some problems, but all in good time. So I'm just going to quickly go through a startup while we talk about what we've got here. So I'm going to pull the parking brake up there. I'm going to turn on the battery over here. Acknowledge that alarm, that's fine. I'm going to turn on the electrical transfer. So that's pretty much that for now. Come back here to the engine and start panel down here. You've got your left and your right pumps and your main pump supply and your ventilation switch there. We give that one knock over. Lift up the cover, engine start. There you go, you can see it is starting to tick up there on my engine percentage. Let the button go, it's going to idle at 11%, and then we just take the throttle out the first D10. See the fuel flows going up there, and the engine is starting to climb by itself now. That will go for a little bit, off we go. As we pass 30%, I'm going to drop the throttle back down. We've just got to wait now for the idle at 50, I think. Over here we've got our radar console. This is the one for turning on the radars, fiddling with some of the settings. We'll go through that in a mo. You've got your lighting, external here. That's the engine ready now, 48%. RWR stuff is here, these two switches, and you've got your internal lights here. So now the engine's idling, we'll get both these alternators going. We'll turn on the emergency hydraulic backup pump, just so it's ready to go. Left side again, we'll turn on these three for our external lights. Click. Right click there for our taxiing lights. We'll turn on the inner lights just so these are the labelling lights and these are the dial lights here. So it gives a nice sort of red glow. So basically the bird is already ready to go. Nice and quick. I'm just going to drop the cockpit. That was literally what, minutes? 2 minutes perhaps, if that. We are ready for the air. A quick run over of other stuff in the cockpit. Countermeasure system is here, we'll turn that on. Doesn't carry too much, 16 flares is a little bit of a worry against things like the SU-27 and R-73s. Radar screen in the middle here, turn it on with this switch here. Obviously that's only turning on the screen, you need to turn on the radar as well, which is down here. You've got the dial with the arrow on it. I'll zoom into that a bit. Click that along to EM, and that's radar fully on. Now you can see the radar works in a cone fashion. So the TDC moves in a cone, so it's arcing. I'm just doing left and right there, and it's automatically arcing as per the way the radar scans. That's fine, but you can come down here to a switch just here, underneath the test button, give it a left click, and that actually puts the radar into a square format, very similar to what the F-15 has, and again it works at a similar sort of range to what the F-15 has as well. So that's the preferred method for me. Last thing to do is to turn on the HUD, which is a little switch here. There's a HUD coming up, and you've got your radar altimeter and various settings, wingspan for the pippers. This is the main combat panel, so your weapon selection, your master arm switch, that's your autopilot bits there. That's pretty much all you need to know really to begin with. What we'll do now is just press S to turn on the nose wheel steering, a blue indicator here on the info panel just below the Jetson button, and we are pretty much ready to go. Oh, we do need to turn on the RWR stuff, so that was the three switches just here. So that's the RWR on, radar's on, lights are on, everything is ready. We can drop the handbrake, parking brake, and we can spool up and get taxiing. Number 2 is going to follow us, no doubt. What I'll do is I'll cut the video and we'll thanks for giving me. We'll do a little takeoff. and it's pretty simple, but I'll come back to recording when I get there. See you in a minute. 2 is with us. We'll just stop here at the moment. Okay, so there is literally nothing to do before takeoff. Just obviously do a quick final check, make sure it's okay, we've got no warnings. I'm just going to turn off nose wheel steering because we're not going to need that. Everything is ready to go. Takeoff itself, nice and simple. It's an easy bird to fly. The aim of the game is to rotate at about 130 to 140 knots. This line here, you just need to lift the nose gently so that that line sits on the horizon line, and by then the sort of speed of the aircraft will just help it just lift off the floor by itself. So what we're going to do is brakes on, throttle up, see how that sits. What's that, 77%? It's holding nicely. Push through to burners, brakes off. Got the afterburner indication there, PC. So just control it with the rudder, 100 knots. I'm going to start pulling back now, nice and gently, line to line. There you go, she's lifted off by herself. Nice and simple, pretty much the same as the F-15. That's it, gear is up, we're now in the air, ready for pretty much whatever gets thrown at us. What I'm going to do next is close quarters air-to-air against IR. Obviously the weaponry of this module is a little bit limited at the moment. You can only carry 4 air-to-air missiles, 2 of each type. So you've got the Magic 2 and the 530D. Magic 2 is the same or similar to an AIM-9, which is a short-range heat seeker. And the 530D is probably quite similar to the R27ER. Semi-active homing, medium range, needs constant radar lock to actually reach its target. But they are getting tweaked. I think there is a problem with them at the moment where the flight models for them isn't great. It kind of loses a lot of speed a lot quicker than it should. So their ranges are quite short. But yeah, we'll dive into a one-to-one and see how we fare. Catch you in a minute, guys. Hi guys, so here we are in the Mirage. We're going to do some 1v1 close quarters air combat, see how it goes. So we'll turn on the radar, get it all set up how I like it, turn on the master arm, get our Magic 2 selected, and we will spawn in a Su-27. So he's just ahead of us there. Try and find him on the radar. 15,000, we're at 23, there he is. So I'm going to lock him once, which is the same as the F-15's TWS lock, track while scan, and we'd need to lock him again for a solid track lock, which is what the 530Ds will want for launch. So that's all. Let's try it. Let's tackle this guy. So I'll try and get on his tail, and then I'll talk through what I think I know about the HUD and the modes available to us. So, Seeker's found him there automatically. If we go to close combat mode, we're presented with a horizontal dotted line. So all I need to do is put the bandit on there and press lock, and we've got a solid lock now for a launch. This is pretty much the same. It's like bore sight. So you put the bandit in the circle, lock him, you get a solid lock for launch. And the third method is a vertical line, which works in the same way as the horizontal one. You put the bandit on him, and then you lock him up. Just going to try and stay behind this guy. It's not bad. Dance. Fly is lovely, this thing. Right, so we'll lock him up there. He's locked, and we're pretty much good to launch. The Seeker won't find him. Seeker needs to be above. We'll nose needs to be a bit below. So that's a good lock there. If I break the lock now and change up guns, this is the initial gun solution. You can see we've got the trailing line. We've got two lines on that trailing line representing wingspan at 300 and 600 meters respectively. So let's just get behind him, try and steady our flight a bit. And yeah, so the lower lines at the bottom of the HUD just creeping back up. There's 600 meters range. So it's guesstimates basically. You change the wingspan with that knob on the bottom left of the HUD settings there. But again, like the F-15, if we lock them up, we get a radar gun solution. So our pip has now changed and more specific, a bit more accurate. It's got the ranging on it as well, like the F-15. We're pretty low on speed, but this thing handles. I didn't even notice we're doing 119 knots there, but this thing flies like there's no trouble. So we'll try and get a gun kill on this guy, and then we'll get another bandit up and try a magic kill. So the magics are short range IR. So there we go. Yeah, that's good hits. He's done, he's ejected. Okay, that's probably the best kill I've ever done with a gun. Alright, let's get our bearings. I'm going to change back to the magics. Can't remember if I fired one of these yet, have I? I don't think I have, no. Right, so we need to do a 180 and then we'll bring in a new bird. Spawn in next enemy. Try a magic kill.
Springfield 1-1. Focus. Bra 316. 412 at 15,000 knots.
So we're pretty much head to head. 316 for 12 miles. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. There he is now on our radar. He's locking me. I've got him in TWS lock just so I can see where he is. You can see the arrows going up and down my HUD. That's the throttle indicator. So I'm throttling up now.
Springfield 1-1. Focus. Merged.
So we're now merged with this guy. We'll get behind him again. We'll try a magic kill. Just going to change my flight path a bit so he doesn't try and strafe. Okay, burners on. I should have put some F-15s in this just so we can see how it flies against an F-15. At the moment it's just the Russian birds. Alright. Good for speed, we'll just follow this guy over. And we're pretty much in line for the launch, soon. So we'll get that lined up and knock this dude there. Missile away as soon as we've got launch time. I don't know if it can turn that well. Yeah, followed him, slash. So yeah, this thing looks like it could be pretty mean in close quarters combat. It just flies so well, there's literally no trouble at all. Don't know what's going on with the sounds there, but we just picked up some sounds. Lock the sun. You can't lock the sun. The CPU is seeing the same thing. So yeah, that's it. Just a quick, have a go at the air-to-air. It looks like it could be good. Hopefully they fix the missiles a bit better. They're a bit restricted on range at the moment. Yeah, otherwise I'm liking it so far. So thanks for watching, guys. That's just a quick overview, and expect some more videos in the future. Thanks.